We finished a day and a half of sales training for one of our clients in Boston. And at the end, we open up to Q&A, and one of our clients asked, "Should I rehearse the presentation?" To which I replied, "Why wouldn't you rehearse the presentation?" And they asked because they never thought of it. One of the beauties of providing sales and presentation training and all those things is when we see the light bulbs go off in our clients' eyes because they don't know what they don't know. You heard the story about one of our clients who looked at us and said, "I've never even heard about consultative selling, and I've been in sales for 25 years." He said, "I was taught to just push product." And once the light bulb went off and he applied consultative selling with his clients and prospects, huge sales came in. So it's the same thing with presentation training. I can teach you all sorts of, not tricks of the trade, but some better habits and better repeatable processes for presentation skills, communication skills, public speaking. And that's the beginning. Then it's up to you. Imagine going to a cooking class and this wonderful world-class chef teaches you how to prepare better meals, let's say homemade pasta with some sort of special sauce and seasonings and things like that. If you don't go home and try it and try it and try it and try it until you perfect it, what good is the training? It's the same thing when I do presentation training. I encourage our clients. Now it's up to you. I've given you the foundation on how to be a better, won't be fantastic because it takes time, how to be a better speaker. You have the foundation. Now it's up to you to rehearse. So in a previous video, I talked about one presentation I've given, for example, on consultative selling, being more of a consultant versus a pushy sales rep. I have rehearsed that presentation every single time before I go up on stage. So if I'm speaking in Arizona next week, I get into the hotel the night before, the day before. I always write the day before. It's a good habit. And I will get up on stage in the room where I'm presenting, and I will rehearse the presentation. I have given this more than 1,000 times. So you ask, why would you rehearse it again? To me, I think of the best athletes in the world, whether they are golfers, football players, soccer players, whatever it is, ballerinas. They are consistently practicing 5 times a week. But isn't that odd? They're the best in the world. Why would they practice? Because they always want to be a little bit better. They're looking for one thing that they could do a little bit differently that will help them excel and do better than their competition. So when a company pays me to give a keynote presentation or a day and a half of training to the sales teams, I want to make sure that I am one of the best presenters and trainers they have ever seen in their life. And not just seen, but learn from. And that's why I also rehearse. Now, a couple of the things I want to share. You should rehearse in front of a camera, if possible. Why? Because then you can review it and see what's your use of hands. How's your pace? How's your tone? Does your tone vary a little bit? Are you talking too quickly? For example, I was presenting in Tennessee. This is many years ago when I was beginning as a presenter and as a sales trainer. And a gentleman in the front row said, "Excuse me, son, would you mind slowing down a little bit? I can't really understand you." Now, he was not being rude, but let's face it, the people in Boston tend to talk a lot faster than the people in what we call the South. That's not a criticism. It's just what we do. So I had to throttle that down a little bit. Had I watched that presentation, if I knew about this, had I rehearsed and watched the presentation, I would have realized that I'm talking a little bit quickly and I need to throttle it down a little bit and slow it down. So that's the power of rehearsal on video. You can analyze it for what are your eyes doing? What's your mouth doing? Well, again, as I talked about the hands, do you say, I have a big idea? Or do you say, I have a big idea and solution I want to share with all of you today? So rehearsal is really important. As I mentioned in another video, think of the Olympics that are next month in Cortina d'Ampezzo, where I used to live in Italy when I was in the Air Force. The skiers are on the mountains right now, rehearsing on the slopes every day, probably doing 5 to 10 runs a day, because the Olympics are in 4 weeks and they want to be at their peak. They want to go down that slope with such tremendous confidence and speed. And the only way they'll do that is by rehearsing right now. And keep in mind, they are the best in the world. And the difference between gold, silver, and bronze compared to fourth place is generally 2/100ths of a second. It's like an eye blink, 2/100ths of a second. Fourth place, it's a good memory, so close, and yet so far. So yes, I encourage you, as my client asks, should I rehearse? I encourage you to rehearse, practice, fine tune it, and don't be a critic of yourself, because you'll never hit perfection. Yet you can make progress. And isn't that what we're all trying to do? Is gradually make progress towards our goals to become better and better and better. And the best way I know to do that is, again, rehearse and fine tune. If I can help in any way, please reach out. DM me, email me, call me, whatever you want to do. And I'll gladly brainstorm with you for 15 minutes and share some of the best practices that have helped some of the best speakers I've ever met in my life. Now the ball's in your court. All the best. Let's talk.